This is Movies in Contemplation with Jarokk and...
Oh, am I talking to you?
Yeah. Hello, everybody. Welcome back.
Hello, contemplators.
Right, everybody. We've got ourselves a Cali pick today.
Yes, we do. We are doing The Shape of Water.
Shape of Water.
Yes, 2017.
Yes, wasn't it? 2017, Guillermo del Toro. Wonderful, wonderful fucking cast here. We got Sally Hawkins, Michael Shannon, Richard Jenkins, and Octavia Spencer.
Did you forget somebody?
Who?
Doug Jones!
Oh, Doug! Yes. Friend of ours who doesn't know it yet, Doug Jones.
Oh yeah. Yep. He is going to be our best friend someday. Let's do our business.
Yes, it's time for the wine.
You got us Prophecy.
I did. I got us Prophecy. I thought the label said it all.
Yeah, the label's really nice. It's this couple that they're kind of in this embrace moment. They're looking at each other like they're in love. I love that they have like rosy cheeks.
Yeah.
Like they've been hitting the bottle. Not too much about it, but it is a red blend.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Now, next.
Next for the handy-dandy Shakespearean notebook.
Sorry, I was swallowing. Notebook!
Notebook. I was coughing. So.
That's nothing new. Let's see. I got overgorged, pale-hearted Rampallion.
Ooh, a what?
Yeah. Gluttonously stuffed, cowardly, ruffian scoundrel.
Yes.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
All right. So.
We finally have... Can you put this somewhere so
Yes.
I don't close the pages like I've done before?
Yes. Now, Callie, what does this film mean to you?
I think this film is, in my opinion, a masterpiece.
Yeah.
I think it is so beautiful. When we saw it in theaters, we don't go to movies, period, now, but
Right.
we don't go to movies as much as we did when we were younger.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, movies are freaking crazy expensive, and a lot of movies are like very overhyped.
They're expensive, they're overhyped, and honestly, theater etiquette on both fronts, theater
Yes.
etiquette at the actual theater and at movie theaters has just
Awful.
fucking gone totally out the fucking door.
Yeah, it we can't, even when we saw this, it wasn't bad, but there was some guy.
Yeah, it was an older couple. They were like in
Yeah.
their 60s,
Yeah.
and they were drunk off their fucking tits, and they were loud, and he was trying to fill up his 60-year-old something date, and it was, and of course they were right next to us. I remember.
Besides those two, it was the first movie in a while, because I really can't remember the last time You know what? Yeah, I can remember. I can't remember, but I'm not going to say which one because it might possibly be a pick at one point.
Yeah.
I was tunneled in. I was
Yeah.
completely just brought into this world. I feel like my body, like I didn't even move that much. My eyes were just there the whole time, except for that one moment with the couple. But I love the green theme. The music fit the film like perfectly. I mean, that's why I feel like this was like kind of like an underdog film for like the award season. Mm-hmm. But it won. It got nominated for a lot of shit, and it won some...
Didn't Richard Jenkins win for supporting, or was he nominated? Or was he just nominated?
I know that everyone was nominated, but I could have sworn that Richard Jenkins won for something.
I did
But
too.
when I was looking it up today, I couldn't see it. So maybe it wasn't like Oscar or Golden Globe. It might
Right.
have been like a BAFTA or a Saturn, like something. But it won Best Picture in the Oscars that year, even the Golden Globes. The music won. Guillermo won for directing, and I think screenplay too. Like the music is so wonderful. Like I can do yoga to that music.
This soundtrack is phenomenal. I love this soundtrack.
I love the soundtrack. Like if you ever want to just be like calmed and just
chill.
Just chill and float around, man.
Yeah, man.
And I love the theme. I might wait until later to talk about the theme because I wrote it down on a different page, but yeah, I guess I'll. And I feel like everything that Guillermo del Toro does, it's not an accident.
No.
I just read that, well, he wrote this for Sally Hawkins.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. And he wanted her and Michael Shannon right away. And Michael Shannon.
I love Michael Shannon.
He is, I don't want to say that he's underrated because he's in a lot of shit, but I think he's this type of guy that just keeps to himself and he just, like, I don't know, there's something very mysterious about him because every time he does anything, I truly believe that he is that character.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he was so horrible in this, like every fucking thing I hate about a person.
Yeah.
Michael Shannon was with Richard.
Richard?
Oh, Richard. Oh.
Honey, your fingers.
Honey, your fingers are... But yeah, anything that Michael Shannon does I think is brilliant. I think a lot of it has to do with his theater background.
Yeah.
But Del Toro, he sent up to like 40 pages of background for each like main character, and he said, read this if you want or if you don't, and if you want to use it when we start to film, that's entirely up to you. And I believe it was the one that played the doctor used everything for his character, but Michael Shannon didn't because he said he didn't want to focus on backstory. He wanted to focus on what was happening
at the moment.
Oh,
yeah. I love that.
Yeah, which I think is perfect for the character.
Yeah.
But
it's America, son.
It's
Land
America,
of opportunity.
Thank you, Daddy. Oh yeah, and it's okay. I'm gonna bring up the theme now. I feel like this film, and this is me without even like really looking up the theme, but I think it's loneliness and how the world shows how it doesn't show acceptance for anything that's different.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because you see that Eliza is a mute. She lives this very lonely life, but she was able to find her chosen family, who happened to be, and this takes place in the 60s, happens to be a black woman and a older gay man.
Yeah.
Like, they came together. And then you see, like, and because Richard Jenkins' character, Giles, he is an artist. And he's drawing this picture of the perfect American family all together, smiling. They got to smile more with that fucking ugly little gelatin thing.
Yeah.
First it was red, now it has to be green. And that family looks exactly like Michael Shannon's character's family.
Yeah.
And there is even a scene where she brings out the gelatin.
Yeah.
And
it's like green. It's the same fucking, pretty much the same shot, yeah.
Yeah, it's the same fucking thing. And look at Michael Shannon. He's fucking, he hates his family.
Yeah.
And they even like the family and the kids, like they play it off like they're so happy. But you see Michael Shannon, he's just like, he doesn't even like being in the same room with them. Like he'll at one point escape to his car.
Right.
Because he's so focused on what he needs to do. He needs to get this asset. And then we see Doug Jones's character. I don't think he gets a name. He's just called the Creature.
Yeah, the Creature.
Yeah.
Amphibian man, if you will.
Yeah. So these people, Eliza, Zelda, and Giles, and the Doctor. I could say the Doctor is someone that gets looked down upon because he's a doctor, kind of scientist, and
well, I think he's belittled because Richard is I guess like a military man, and then the general, they kind of just look down on him just because he's a doctor, and the fact that the Doctor does have
some compassion.
Dr. Robert, yeah, he fucking likes the creature. He wants to learn it, study it, keep it alive.
Yeah, he's fascinated.
Where Shannon finds it just an abomination.
Oh yeah, he
in
hates
God's
it.
eyes.
And
all kinds of fucking shit.
And Richard brings up a lot about the Bible, and this isn't what a God looks like. A God looks more like me. He's human, like me, or like you. Points to Zelda.
No, maybe not you.
Yeah, and he is.
He's a racist.
He's a racist.
Fucking...
He thinks that everyone is dumb that is below him.
Yeah.
But Doug Jones. I mean, he's a fucking artist with his body.
Yeah.
The makeup, like, it took like 3 hours for him to get into that fucking suit that they created, and he is, if you don't know Doug Jones, you do, because he was in anything you've ever watched your entire life.
Damn near. Yeah. I mean, for real, he is just one of the best body actors.
He puts on all the makeup, like he's a Del Toro like go-to. Yeah. But yeah, Yeah, that's what I'm going to say with the themes. It's finding your chosen family and... Let's just get started. So we meet Eliza. And the opening scene is so amazing because it looks like her apartment is underwater and she's like floating, sleeping.
Yeah.
And then she comes down and we see her go through her routine. It's very like just normal. She's making her eggs. She has the egg timer. She takes her morning bath and her morning rub.
And I love that it takes the 15 minutes to boil the egg.
I wonder if that's like that she does that for fun to see if she can beat the timer or something. I don't know.
Oh, God, man.
Yeah. And just the way
How many of us have ever done that?
I don't know. The way she like hikes up her foot onto the edge of the tub and she's just going to town on her.
I'm doing this.
Yeah.
Now. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, and she lives in this like dilapidated apartment that's above a more dilapidated movie.
Yeah. I actually really like the look of her apartment.
I do too.
And even of Giles's, like, I was like, dude, I actually really like that look. I love it.
Did I say it wrong? Is it Giles or Giles?
I don't know.
I think it's Giles.
Giles it is.
I guess.
It doesn't really matter.
Because he doesn't, you don't hear his name.
It doesn't matter.
Like, that much.
It's a fictional character.
It's a fictional character, yes. Yeah, don't. Shut up. I want to do this right.
His name is Giles, not Giles. His name is Niles, not Giles.
Yeah. Doyle? I don't know why that name popped in my
head. Yes, Inspector? Oh, God.
No, it doesn't. What sounds good to you right now? Breakfast. Shut up!
Oh, God.
Oh, the mask. But we also get a look at Eliza's neck. She has these scars on her neck. And the first thing that I thought was they look like fucking gills that have been closed.
See, I didn't think about that.
I
did not think about that.
I'm not saying that's her origin story, but
right.
we don't get enough of the backstory, but I guess it's not really that important.
Yeah,
but I would like to know.
I mean, that's interesting because they do. They say that,
like how she was found.
Yeah, she was found by a river.
Mm-hmm. In the water, I think.
In the water. I think if that's what it was. But she was found in the river.
Yeah.
With those marks or with the wounds.
Yeah.
I think they were wounds. I don't know.
Well, she doesn't even know she's had them.
She was a baby.
Since she was a baby.
So she was a baby with that shit.
Correct.
And it's just like, interesting. And that's all we really know about her. She was found in an orphanage or taken to an orphanage.
Well, we don't learn too much background of the characters, really.
No, we really don't, do we?
Yeah. And part of me likes that because it makes my imagination like start to bubble and take guesses and do my own little like, oh, what if it's like this? But her best friend Giles, I'm just gonna say Giles. I say Giles because Giles.
Niles.
Giles, Gil. I don't know. Maybe if that was on purpose.
Huh.
I mean,
All right.
But he is Eliza's neighbor, and because she works the night shift, and he works, quote, he's trying to get work.
He's an artist.
Yeah, he's an artist. We do find out that he got fired for what he thought was for his drinking, but it really turns out that it was because he's gay. Yeah. And he's an older man, and that's the thing. And here's these two like kind of opposites if you look at them like physically, and they're like each other's companions. They're friends. They watch TV together. Musicals. They love watching musicals, and she brings him food every night for dinner.
Yeah.
And he even says, like, oh, I would just waste away if it wasn't for you. You're always taking care of me. And the thing with, like, Eliza, like, even though her routine, her job just looks depressing, she walks around with this, like, childlike wonder. There's a point she likes to peruse or, like, window shop before she goes to the bus. Like, she's looking at these red shoes that she seems to admire at the moment, like certain TVs at like a TV shop. She takes the bus to get to work. She works overnight. She works at this security facility for the military, and she is in the cleaning department. Yeah. Best way to call it. And she has her other good friend who she's been worked with for 10 years, and it's Zelda, Octavia Spencer. She was a hoot in this.
Oh God, yeah,
I really did like her. And she did mention what she liked about the film was because it took place in the 1960s, and here's a woman that can't speak, and someone like someone that is black and someone who is gay, they're the ones that speak for Eliza, and they're the type of people that would, I guess still to this day, get, oppressed. And yeah. So there's a new teen that's coming to the facility, and there's a new asset. And I can't remember the actor's name, but he's the one with the glasses. He's kind of like, I guess like an assistant to Richard.
He's the quote head. He's the head of security before Michael Shannon, before Richard gets there, and his name is Fleming. Mm-hmm. It's David Hewitt. Yeah. He was the head of security because Zelda makes the jab when Richard introduces himself as the head of security. She goes, but Hewitt's security, and he just goes, huh, is he? Just like says something like that, like that dude's a fucking joke, which he kind of is,
He is. He's the type of guy that Michael Shannon,
by the book.
Yeah, Michael Shannon really looks down upon and just thinks of him as he's the type of guy that would wash his hands after he pees. I don't know. You're gonna have to explain that later.
Oh yeah,
yeah. But yeah, like you said, like Michael Shannon, he walks in like he fucking owns the place. Mm-hmm. He brings in the asset. It's this like huge tubey thing, like filled with water.
It's like a tank.
A tank. There you go. Yeah. Thank you. Perfect. A movable tank. And we meet the doctor too. He's gonna be
Dr. Bob Hofstetler.
Robert
Hofstetler.
Yeah.
Bob. I love that name, Bob. Love saying Bob.
But he's already he's like scanning the joint, Michael Shannon, and he's just like, who's in charge here? Did you get this done and this and that? And I'm just like, yes, this is important, but it's like, dude, chill out. Yeah. And I'm gonna say it. Richard is an egocentric piece of shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
He is everything I hate in a person. I'm going to probably say that over and over again. But Eliza and Zelda are in that room cleaning at the time, and Eliza gets a look at the asset, and he's like...
Yeah, he has that...
These claws.
That moment where the hand pops up on the glass of the tank, and everybody's like, get him out of here! Get everybody out of here!
Yeah, like, oh my god, she's just walked up to it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, whatever. Okay, so Giles, he has this obsession with going to this pie shop.
Oh, yeah, the pie shop.
Yeah, he makes this joke. He takes Liza with her, where he drives this, like, really old-time looking van. And she, like, looks at him like, what are you wearing? And he just says, yes, I'm wearing a headpiece. He's so insecure with being old and where his life has gone. This flawed body. It's called a toupee in French, so it's very sophisticated. And of course they get the key lime pie, but Giles isn't really there for pie.
No.
He likes the pie guide. I think that's his name on the credits.
The pie guy?
Yeah, the pie guy.
It sure as fuck is.
Yep.
Pie guy.
Yeah, Morgan Kelly. He sits behind the counter. He puts on this, like, Southern charm, I guess.
Some type of Southern... But y'all come back now, yeah.
Yeah, but like the mascot is like an Italian chef.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really, really confusing. And Giles, he's just...
This is eye candy. Pie guy's just fucking eye candy.
Eye candy.
You know?
Yes, it is. Come in for the conversation and the pie.
Ain't that right?
Yeah, ain't that right?
Oh, absolutely, the pie.
So they take the pies to go, and they're eating key lime pie, which is... It doesn't even look like key lime pie. It looks like Jell-O pie.
Yeah, it looks rough.
It looks
whatever
horrible.
It is.
And even Eliza, she just like spits it out, and her tongue is green.
Yeah, she like wipes it and shit.
Spits it out, and he's like, "Oh, don't spit it out. Just put it in the fridge, and we'll have it later." And you see
there's like 7 pies,
like uneaten pies everywhere.
Yeah, it's funny.
Let's see.
Yeah, and I like that moment where she's flipping through the news, and then the news comes on, and it's the riots.
Yeah.
You know, it's the Martin Luther King riots. And he's all like, oh, will you turn that off? I don't want to see it. And she keeps it on, and he's like, I said I don't want to see it. Turn it off. I'm coming back. And then she turns on. Well, I don't even know what the fuck that one was.
Oh, was it the Shirley?
No, it wasn't Mr. Bojangles. That was the first one.
I thought that's... Oh, okay.
This is the Pretty Lady of Mine.
Yes, you're right. They do that cute little tap number on the couch. And I love, he says, you know, if I can ever go back and give my 18-year-old self, like, advice, I'd say, take better care of your teeth and fuck a lot more.
Ain't that the fuck? Yeah, everybody, we should all take that advice.
Take that advice, yes. That is, like, a common thing, like, old people will say, like, take care of your teeth. Take care of your teeth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because eventually you're not going to have any.
Mm-hmm.
And
exactly.
I know too many people with false teeth.
Yeah.
Which is why I take care of my teeth.
Yes. Well, okay. The bathroom scene. Eliza and Zelda are cleaning.
Oh, okay.
Cleaning the men's bathroom, and
yes.
Zelda's like, got the most brilliant minds coming in here, and they can't even aim at the fucking urinal. There's even pee freckles on the ceiling.
It's the fucking truth.
Yeah.
I don't understand with dudes, but it's like, it's the fucking truth. And it's probably when they're like spray the urinal, the shit just shoots up. I don't know how it gets on the fucking ceiling, but it's like, I'm telling you. And I'm not even just going to blame it on dudes. I'm going to say it because I've been in co-ed bathrooms. And everybody's fucking disgusting.
Everyone's disgusting.
Everybody's fucking disgusting.
Is disgusting.
So I'm not even going to blame one fucking gender on this one.
But Richard comes in, and the girls are kind of like having a good time because they're like kind of laughing. And Richard's like, oh, sorry. Don't mind me. See, girls look like you're having a good time. Probably doing girl talk.
Yeah,
you know?
Something like that.
Yeah, makeup boys and shopping. That's all that women talk about.
Right. Zelda's even like, excuse me, sir. Like, we're cleaning, please.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, no, it's fine. He just goes in. He washes his hands. He takes a piss, hand on the hip.
Hands on the hip.
Hands on the hips.
Yeah, and Eliza sees this, what is it? This
It's
stick.
a
cow prodder.
Yeah, it's a stun.
He calls it like it's a doohingy or a humdinger.
I don't know.
Some type of really weird.
I don't remember what the fuck he calls it.
And
but
while he's doing that, while he's peeing, Eliza looks at it and he says, "Look, don't touch."
Yeah.
Tell me that wasn't a little like.
Look, don't touch.
Like his dick.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like a stun gun kind of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. But when he's done, he goes in and he has this obsession with this green candy that's like very generic. And Eliza tries to give him a towel to wash his hands.
Yeah.
And then you...
Oh, yeah, and then he says... So, he has this saying, or whatever he says this. He says, I don't remember it verbatim. Did you happen to write it down?
I can't write everything down.
Okay, it doesn't matter.
No.
He said...
Yeah, go.
He says, a man...
It shows a lot about a man's character.
It shows a lot about
a
man's character when he washes his hands. If he does it before... He doesn't really necessarily say, but this is my take on it. So he washes his hands before he takes a fucking piss, right? Most of us will just go take a fucking piss and then wash our hands after. And then he has a thing where if a man washes his hands before he pisses and then goes and then washes his hands after he takes a piss, then that just is that's fucking unheard of. That's absurd.
Yeah.
But
like he's less of a man if he washes his hands both times.
Right. And my take is that men who do what he did, the type of person that he is, he fucking washes his hands before he takes a piss because he cares more about himself than he does other fucking people.
Yeah.
Now, he's bashing people who wash their hands after they take a piss, saying that person doesn't care enough about themselves, that they only care about other people, and that's a fucking, that's weakness.
Yes.
And it's an even bigger weakness if you fucking care about yourself and other people at the same fucking time. So
that's spot on.
Yeah, he cares only about himself. That's fucking it. No one else. And that was the perfect scene to tell us that's the type of person that he is. And it was just an amazing scene to give us that fucking lead in to what the kind of character he really is. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that bathroom scene.
I do love that bathroom scene too. I really do.
I love this wine.
It's good. It is really good wine. But not too long after, something happens to Richard.
Mm-hmm.
He gets injured. He like falls to his knees and like there's blood everywhere coming from his hand.
Missing his fingers.
Missing fingers.
Yep, his fingers got ripped off by the asset.
The asset.
Everybody's freaking fuck out. And then the girls got to go in on their lunch break.
Yeah.
I would have been like, fuck you, Jim, okay?
Yeah.
Go get fucking Trevor and fucking Tina and have them go in there. I'm on fucking lunch.
Yeah,
Fuck you.
like how many other cleaning people do they have on staff? Like, are they the only ones? Like, God, give them a break. I'm sure someone's cleaning right now.
Right.
But
Unless that's their, like, section to clean.
I was thinking that too.
That is a thing.
Yeah, that's their section because that's pretty much where they always clean. In that,
Yeah.
I can't remember, the one dude calls it sector something or something, whatever.
Right.
But while they're cleaning, Eliza finds fingers.
Mm-hmm.
She puts it in her little paper
In
lunch
her lunch
bag.
bag, yeah. There's mustard on them.
Yeah.
A paper bag.
Yeah. Jeez. She found your fucking fingers, dude. I love this little scene. I want to just point out because it's funny. Giles says, because Eliza's eating a bowl of cornflakes and she's kind of like offering, like either she offers or he just like looks at her eating it. And he goes, cornflakes were invented to prevent masturbation. It didn't work. And Eliza masturbates every morning.
Time, and that's the truth. Oh my God, I didn't even notice that.
I noticed that watching it this time while I was taking notes and shit.
That is so fucking funny.
Yeah, but God, I still feel bad if I'm saying it wrong. Giles.
It doesn't fucking matter. Just call him Niles.
Yeah.
Fraser. Niles! Wait, was that Fraser's brother's name? I don't fucking
I don't know.
It
I
doesn't
didn't
matter.
watch Frasier.
I don't. It doesn't matter. Fuck it. Let's
But-
call him Giles.
Giles.
Just switch it off. Giles and Giles.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, just say Giles and Giles every once in a while. Just
Yeah.
switch it up.
He's trying to get his job back.
Uh-huh.
So he's doing the family portrait, hand drawn and painted. But he keeps kind of getting like shot down in little subtle ways. Like, oh no, like it's like, why does this guy like jerk him around? Like, oh no, the company wants a green Jello platter now. It's like if you look at that piece that he made, that looks like it took a really long time.
Yeah.
And maybe that was the boss's plan. Like he was trying to just give him something that's impossible, and so he doesn't have to like.
What's your take on the boss and Giles? What's your fucking take on the two?
Well, now that you ask, I just thought that the boss was homophobic.
See, here's my take.
Or they had an affair.
Exactly. That was my take. Because I feel like there was a moment where Giles was going to... He was, like, reaching out, kind of, like, not hiding the fact that he was gay. And was just kind of like, wow, Bernie, you know?
Yeah.
Had that very relationship. And my thing is I guess maybe there was a fucking... rumor going around, and Bernie was like, "Oh, I gotta nip this in the bud."
Oh,
you know, that's my take, because it seemed like, you know, Giles just didn't really. He wasn't really taking the fact that it was him being gay, which is why, you know, we assume he was fired, because he was like, "Well, it's not better than a photograph."
Yeah.
Because they keep bringing up the photograph. Like, this is, and I guess this is the 60s. Photographs were becoming a thing. But it's like, I think that it was like an affair thing and maybe something like that. We could go down that road. We could go down so many fucking roads with this particular situation. And that's the beauty of how this movie is because it's leaving it up to our imagination and what we think. So
I like that. That's an interesting take. I really didn't think about it because I just automatically am like, oh, he's just he's homophobic, you know?
Yeah, because even he had a moment. Even Bernie had a moment where he was like, you know, it's not a good time. Like, you know, it's just, you know, he had kind of like sympathy in a way, and it was just he did. I agree with you. So it was either that or it was that, you know, he really did like him and didn't want to get rid of him because he was, again, so many different fucking options that we can go with here.
Yeah, that's true.
For this particular moment.
Yeah, and Eliza, she's curious about this asset, and she goes in to see what it is, and we get a small glimpse of what he looks like because he's in that tank, and it's that really like long glass. You can get a look at his like full body, and she is like totally fascinated.
Yep.
And I think he's beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, he's really interesting. He's a really cool looking character.
Cool. Really cool looking. I didn't rewatch it. Time has been going ahead of me, but I remember watching like behind the scenes stuff. I think after we watched it, we saw it in theaters, and I know that Del Toro based him on the Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Oh yeah.
And also where he came from, we didn't mention, but he came from South American Amazon.
Yeah.
The
tribe worshipped him like some kind of a god. Yeah. Leave flowers all over the place. Yeah, we did away with them easy enough. They were primitive, had spears and such.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
God, that's fucked up. They killed an entire fucking village to get his ass.
To get his ass. They also talked about oil, too.
Yeah, I guess they were on an oil, some type of plantation thing. Yeah, it's interesting. Destroyed an entire fucking tribe of Amazon people, and fucking... And
they were laughing about it. Like, joke was on them.
Yeah, primitive.
Yeah.
It's like what we did to the Indians.
Yeah, exactly. Eliza comes out, and Zelda, I love this line. She says, Mr. I pee with my hands on my hips wants to see us.
Wants to see us.
Mr. I pee with my hands on my hips. And we find out in this scene, like, Richard has no filter.
No.
He has no filter, and he is rude and offensive.
Yeah.
Because he makes these, like, horrible, like, he just assumes certain things about other people's culture and where they come from, and he's just like he like asks questions about things that are traumatizing as if it's small talk, because he's looking at their files and he's like, oh, Zelda, an only child, huh? That's not common for your kind of people. And Zelda's like, well, my mother died when she was having me.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it.
I'm an only child. My mom died. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm an only child.
He was like, Zelda. He was like, something about Delilah. I don't remember what the fuck brought up
D's her middle name, and he asks what does the D stand for, and she said Delilah on the count of the Bible, and he goes, Delilah. She betrayed Samson. She cut off his hair and made him lose his strength.
Turned him into the Philistine.
Yeah. They tortured him. Mm-hmm. And then he starts asking about Eliza. Her last name is like is it?
Eliza Esposito.
Esposito, and that means orphan.
Hello.
Yeah, and he starts asking her questions like, "Oh yeah, oh okay, you were at blah 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 orphanage," and Zelda is where we learn a little more of the background, like you were saying, where she was found and she had those scars, and he looks at those scars and he's like, "Oh wow!" It's not like he looks at them like he's
turned on.
He's turned on by it. And Zelda says, well, okay, just the reason why I'm speaking for Eliza is because she can't speak. And that's when he's like, because your scars, it ripped your voice box or out, whatever. Who would do that to an innocent child?
Yeah, it's inhuman.
Oh, and another thing that he does, like he assumes that people like beneath him don't know certain words, because he asked if Zelda knows what an affront is, and she said, and the way she answered, Octavia Spencer did such an awesome job, because the way she answered him was as if she's calling him, because she says something offensive, like you, piece of shit.
I love it.
It's an affront. He's kind of giving them like the rundown on what this creature is. Like, don't be fooled. He's primitive. He may look human because he walks on 2 feet, but he's not, and he's not any type of god. No one on God's green earth would create something like this. God is human.
Like you, like me. Well, more like me.
Yeah,
that's where that line comes in.
Mm-hmm. What does he say when he gets that call from the general? He goes,
he said, "Yeah, I still got my thumb, my trigger, and my pussy finger."
Yeah. Eliza does.
Oh, but then you're doing all right then.
Yeah.
That's my favorite here in the fucking general. Well, you're doing all right then.
Yeah, it's just 2 fingers. Yeah, who cares about that?
General Hoyt.
We meet Richard's family, and yeah, like I said earlier, they look like they came straight out of like a commercial.
Yeah.
And his wife, like, she tries really hard
Yeah.
to be the doting wife. And she has this thing with washing his hands. Like, finish your omelet, wipe your hands real good, and come on upstairs.
Yeah.
She
even, like, smells him and then, puts his fucking hand on her, too.
How about a Cadillac, mister?
Jesus.
Yeah. And he fucks like a jackrabbit.
Yeah, he does.
Yep. Doesn't give two shits about her. It's all about him just getting off. And she's trying to, like, connect with him. And, well, kinda. It's just like, oh, Richard, oh, yeah. And he, like, puts his fucking dirty ass, bloody fingers.
Black fucking.
Yeah, on her mouth. And he wants her to be silent.
Yeah.
I think that's just what he wants from his family. Just to be silent. Just to be there and not fucking talk.
Yeah.
So Eliza tries to befriend the creature. She feels sympathy for him because he's alone, and the way they treat him. And this is also when we finally get a real look at the creature. And she tries to give him an egg, and at first he's like hostile because he's protecting himself.
First off, I don't know anybody who has ever fucking cracked a goddamn hard-boiled egg that fucking perfect in my fucking life, and I hate it.
She does it every single day.
So do I.
No, you don't.
I did it enough. I do it enough.
You're just jealous.
To where that shit, and I even tried it her way with the fucking spoon. Fucking going around in an oval.
Okay.
And it doesn't fucking work like that,
right.
man.
He takes the egg, and he just disappears into the tiny little tank of water they have him in.
The Blue Lagoon.
Yeah, and she's teaching him sign language and doing the thing for egg. And a friendship starts to blossom.
And I love the music. She comes in with the fucking record player. And
she brings him music. She brings him, I'm pretty sure, you know what, I think the doctor feeds him. Because the creature, because he mentions later on that he needs raw protein diet at all times. But she brings
the doctor does everything for him.
The doctor does everything, yeah, absolutely. And it's really cute. Like she's a little more excited in her day to go see this creature that she kind of feels is a lot like her, someone who can't speak and is alone. No one understands. They see them as freaks. Mm-hmm. So she tries to teach him more sign language, and they are able to communicate. And there's this connection that starts to happen. And the doctor sees it. He catches. Yeah. He doesn't catch, but he observes from afar, kind of. But he's like fascinated by it. Mm-hmm. And we also find out. See, the whole doctor storyline is a little confusing to me. Maybe because I don't really pay too much attention to it, because it's not like one of my favorite storylines.
Well, he's a Russian, and
he's spying.
Yeah, I'm assuming this is like...
This is because they mention, I don't know if they mention this later, but like they're the general...
the Cold War.
The Cold War, and they possibly want to put the creature in space. They're trying to beat the Russians getting a human being up in space. Yeah.
And then the Russians want him, and that's what the doctor is. Yeah, he's a Russian who moved to America, and the Russian spies there got a hold of him and were like, you're going to be a fucking spy.
Yeah.
I kind of, I find it interesting with the doctor, you know, just...
I could see that with your interest.
Yeah, I found it a little interesting, you know, and how they're trying to get the asset from the Americans and do it first and all that jazz. But yeah, there's really not much to talk about until later with that particular bit. Yeah. The sparrow lands on the window. See? What? The sparrow lies on the window. See? That was German. Window. See?
We find out that...
And it catches a prey! I'm sorry.
It's okay. We find out Richard, he gets his jollies out of torturing the creature.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah, they have it all... They have the creature chained up. He looks like how they like tied up Quasimodo in The Hunchback. Yeah. Like he's on his fucking like hands and knees, like he can't move, and he just keeps cattle prodding him, and he's like bleeding. Yeah. And he's just like, oh, you're those
fucking tasing his ass.
Yeah, that disgusting noises that you make just makes me so sick to my stomach. I don't know if you're crying or you're angry. Do you want to get a stab at me again? Do you want to go for my next other fingers?
Yeah, go ahead. They're right here.
Yeah, go ahead, do it.
And he does, and he tries. He goes for it, then he fucking just, ooh, fuck me, tases him again.
Yeah. We already knew about talked about the Amazon. And yeah, that the doctor, because he sees, like, what Richard is doing. He's like, how long has he been out of water? Like, he can go in and out of water, but he can't be out of water for very long. It's kind of like a
fucking mammal,
like
but
a
it
dolphin
needs to be in the water, you know?
Yeah, it can be out for, like, a little bit, because his, like, skin starts to peel if he's out of the water for too long. And this is also when, like, the general is coming, and Richard just constantly mocks the doctor, like, oh, these scientists, they fall in love with their subjects, like they want to make love to it or something, and blah, blah, blah.
Is that right, Bob?
Yeah, is that right, Bob? But then I guess the whole space thing goes out the window, because now there's this talk about just killing the creature, and just experimenting on his body, and just try to learn from just dissecting the poor creature. Count these stars, son. That means I can do whatever the hell I want.
Yeah.
Because the doctor's trying to plead with him, like, no, you can't do this.
We can't do this. This is, it's just fucking science here. There's no creature like this.
Yeah, we can learn more with him alive. Yeah.
But Richard's all like, no, sir, we gotta kill it. We need to fucking examine it. We gotta dissect it. We gotta do all this shit.
And at this time, because Richard leaves for a second, and Eliza, she went in and she saw that he was out of water and being tortured, and she was hiding in that room the whole time while they were talking about it. So she, like, immediately goes to Giles and is like, we gotta get him out. And he's like, no, this is illegal. Like, this is a military facility here. He does this, like, argument, like, who are we? We are nothing. Yeah. Like, there's no way we can do...
We are a gay man and a deaf woman. There's nothing.
She's not deaf, she's mute.
Oh, right. We're a gay man. And fuck! We are a gay man and a mute woman.
That's right, it's all right.
We're a cute woman.
A cute woman.
And a cute mute woman.
Yeah, and I love Guillermo del Toro. His reasons for wanting Sally is because she is a beautiful woman, but in her own way. Like, she would be a type of person that would be on a bus, and you kind of would get, like, a look at her and not really take a second look at her. Yeah. But if you engage with her and talk to her, you see that she's very intelligent, she is compassionate, she is loving and amazing. Yeah. And just in her reason to wanting to save him is because he's... God, see, this part, like, it kind of, like, goes a little all over the place for me. And it's pretty much like he has done something for me. He's given my life some type of meaning. And he's happy when he sees me every day, like, every time. Yeah. And if I let him die, then...
That blood is on my hands.
Yeah, and it's like, then why wouldn't I help someone that has helped me? Right. And she even says to Giles again, like, if we do nothing, then we are nothing. Yeah. Like, that's what makes you nothing if you don't stand up and do something. But he gets rejected again from his job, and he gets rejected again from the pie guy. So he just had, like, a shitty day. Cause
not only did he get rejected, but he found out the pie guy's a fucking racist, hates fucking gays, hates all kinds of shit, and is just an asshole. And it's like... And Giles thought he was gay, and then found out...
He thought that they were connecting, too. Well, connecting, but but the pie guy, he was just selling his... it wasn't his product, but he was just putting on that southern charm. Like, he can talk to people. Because, like, well, the pie guy even said, like, I do like that you come in because you seem really cultured, and you talk about things that are interesting to me. And who knows, maybe the pie guy is gay, but he is such a hateful person that he
hates the fact that he could be gay.
That he could be gay, yeah. And that makes him hate gay people even more.
There you go.
And then Giles comes back and he says to Eliza, and says, I have no one. Right. Like, you are the only person I have in my life that accepts me and talks to me, so whatever you want to do, like, if this creature means this much to you, then let's do it. I'm in. Just tell me what to do. Yeah. Oh, and Richard, when he gets his little Cadillac.
His Cadillac DeVille.
Yeah, he doesn't like that it's
Looks
green.
green to me. That's teal. Yeah. Teal looks green. No, it's teal.
Yeah. And he's so proud of himself for
getting that Cadillac.
It's
the car of the future. Dude was right. Every fucking Cadillacs were a big fucking deal.
I had a Cadillac.
I had 2 Cadillacs. I got my license in a fucking Fleetwood in a goddamn big-ass log boat.
I got mine in a minivan.
There you go. Fuck yeah.
So Eliza starts to form her plan, and she's very calculated with it because she finds out little things that go on at the job. A couple workers, when they want to have their smoke break, they lift up the security camera. She's pretty much doing it on her own, and it's like Giles, he starts to get almost like excited for this job because he's designing something to put on his van. He gives himself like a fake ID, and he knocks off a lot of years out of his life.
Yeah, 45.
Like he's in his 40s. And he couldn't. I couldn't figure out what to wear. I got the green sweater and I got the green tie. Does this look more casual or does it look professional? I don't know.
With the butterscotch tie.
Yeah, I'm so proud of you. I bet you're not even afraid at all. And she's like, she signs like, I am afraid.
Don't tell me that. I'm terrified.
Yeah, I'm just completely terrified.
Don't tell me that. I'm terrified. Okay, I think this is gonna work. God, he killed me. He was so good.
I'm glad that everyone that was in this film got recognized in some way. Richard, he has this fascination for Eliza. He knocks off his water so could you get Mrs. Esposito to come up and clean this mess?
Yeah.
And he says, I don't know what it is about you that you're not much to look at, but
you fascinate me.
You fascinate me.
Bet I could make you squawk a
little.
little.
He's like, are you totally mute or do you squawk a little? I bet I can make you squawk.
God, that's fucked.
Yeah, he's like turned on by her being a mute, and he wants to make it squeal.
Motherfucking Gaston.
And I noticed he's reading this book called The Power of Positive Thinking, and that's what he's like throughout the film. And even more so, I was like, why the hell is he reading that kind of book? Because he doesn't seem like a positive person. But when it comes to him, he has to be positive about everything that he does. Because when things start to go to shit, he tells the general, like, General, I need to be in the right state of mind to be able to deliver everything. Like, he tries to, it's only for his gain. It's not to be positive around other people. It's just, let me be more positive about me.
I won't grow up. Yeah.
I won't grow up. So the plan is about to happen, and while Eliza's setting everything up, both Zelda and the doctor start to figure out what they're doing, or what Eliza's doing. And the doctor, while she's trying to free the creature with he's got that fucking chain on his neck, and the doctor goes up like, oh, you're trying to free him? Who are you? Who do you work for?
Well, and at this point, the Russians
they want to kill the creature as well.
They want to kill him because they don't want the Americans to have him.
To learn more.
They can't. I can't remember why they just went from they wanted to take the asset, and then it was just if we can't have him, we're just going to kill him because we don't want the Americans to do anything.
Yeah, they don't want the Americans to learn more from the creature. So he gives them something to inject the creature with. You're absolutely right.
And they give him an Israeli popper.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, some type of popper to shut off.
Israeli popper, yeah.
To shut off, like, the electric system.
Fucks the power.
For a couple seconds.
Yeah, and the doctor, gives her the key and is all like, who do you work for? And she's just like, fucking...
I don't know what you're talking about.
And he was just like, okay, he's like admired by that.
Yeah,
and then
because he's seen their connection, and because he was trying to argue what the creature really is with like the general and Richard. Like this creature has the capability to communicate, to feel things. Like this isn't just an animal that just kills and shits and swims. It's intelligent, and he gives her like this looks like a hat box.
Yeah, it does. That little hat box of I don't even know fucking what, like just. Flakes.
It looks like fish food.
Yeah, something.
Really
some type of flake fucking shit.
It's what they put in his water. I guess it's not seawater, but it's something that, like, why couldn't they just gather real seawater?
That's what's interesting to me, is that he was in a river. Rivers aren't, it's not salt water, it's not seawater. And even there was the scene where she puts a fuckload of salt in the fucking bath, and it's like, he's from river water. That's not It's not salt-based. So I don't know. That might just be a goof.
It could be. And the doctor was even the one, like, regular table salt will do if that stuff doesn't work. And Zelda, she's like, what? Where is Eliza? Why is she not where she's supposed to be? Because
she clocks her out,
Yeah, she clocks her out, and she finds her because she puts the creature in like a laundry crate thing. I can't remember what they're called. I've seen them at like...
It's like a laundry basket, essentially, like dirty
on
towels.
Wheels, yeah. And Zelda's like, Eliza, don't do this.
Yeah. Not gonna let you do this, girl.
Yeah. And also, like, Richard, he senses that something's off, too.
Yeah.
He's a very paranoid person, and Giles is coming in with his van like it's the laundry company, and the other guy, because Richard's like, what truck is that?
Laundry.
Yeah, laundry. It's just laundry. It wasn't scheduled to come, but it doesn't matter.
But it's laundry, yeah. And he was just like, it wasn't scheduled.
Yeah.
But it's funny because also Richard, we didn't really get to this either, but Richard is already like kind of suspecting Bob for some shit that hasn't even gone down yet. He's just, because Bob apparently was, he graduated from some high-tech shit and had a much better job than where he's at. And then Richard just finds it interesting that Bob...
why are you here now?
Came from a much better job, fucking had so much schooling and backgrounds and shit, and he was just like, yeah, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
What brought you here? Just the creature or this or that?
But Giles, he kind of gets found out. He's so nervous, like, oh my god, I don't know how to do this.
Yeah, and then the MP pulls the gun out and is all like, get out of the van. And he's just like, oh god, please don't shoot me. Please don't shoot me.
And the doctor, because he's with, like, Zelda and Eliza at first, like, getting them to the dock or whatever, and he goes towards the van, and the way he just walks up behind that guy and just injects him with that shit... Yep. That was some spy.
That's some KGB type shit, I'll tell you right now.
Whatever that is, I don't know.
That's some KGB shit. I don't know much about KGB, but I've watched enough goddamn James Bond that I know a thing or fucking two about the KGB. And that was some hardcore shit that he did. He's a trained fucking killer, son.
I didn't double check, but I'm wondering if Richard Jenkins, because the moment that Giles sees the creature, his reaction, I wonder if it was authentic. Like, this really was the first time he's seen the creature, because the way he like reacts, like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, while he like the creature's like slowly standing up, he's like, okay, whoa.
Oh my god.
And he's so fascinated by it, and while he's trying to drive, he keeps looking back.
Yeah.
And he's like, he's so beautiful. And he fucking hits Richard's car.
That's right.
The new fucking
Fucks
Cadillac.
Up the caddy. Oh.
And yeah, they get away with it. Richard does find out, and they try to get at the van, but to no success.
To no avail.
No avail, thank you.
Finds out it was an Israeli popper. Russians hate the Jews, but they love their gadgets. Which again is just... Yeah.
He's a piece of shit.
He's just a piece of shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
even though the Russians were the ones that pretty much saved the Jews in the 40s, but it's neither here nor there. But they did not like them in World War I. That is. Anywho, moving on.
Oh my god.
Enough of history. History 101 with Jarokk.
Yeah, History 101 with Jarokk.
Russians and Jews.
Friend or foe?
That's good. That's good. That's a good time. All right. So moving on.
They put the creature in Eliza's sacred tub. They put all that salt and shit, and he was out of that water for a while. We thought he wasn't going to make it at first. And Eliza makes a plan to release him at the docks or the canal, because once the canal is has a certain amount of water, it releases the water into the ocean, and it's supposed to rain. Mm-hmm. And there's this really cute moment because Eliza comes back from buying more salt. She has something in her hand, and she gets the creature a card.
Oh.
And the card says, I can't even tell what the picture is. I don't know if it looks like a bear holding a goldfish. I don't know. But the card says, "Glad to have you as a friend."
Oh.
So cute, and he's just, me? Friend? Me?
Me, friend?
Me, friend? friend. And they even have this cute little...
Why do fucking fireworks go off every time we fucking record?
Do you realize this?
It's been happening a lot lately.
Every time we fucking record, fucking fireworks are going off. This is fucking Trey bizarre. I didn't mean to, like, ruin your thought there. I just find
I was about to talk about something touching and adorable.
I'm sorry, go ahead. Glad to be your friend. Glad to be your friend.
They have this cute moment where they touch fingers or claw, whatever. So we see that there's a little, we already knew that there was some type of infatuation going on with the two of them. I love the elevator moment with Zelda because Eliza, she doesn't give any fucks about what she did. She's in that elevator just cool as a cucumber, like it's just another day. And Zelda just looks like she's about to, like, shit bricks.
Yeah.
And she looks at Eliza and she says, oh, yeah, that's good. Just, keep that up. Looking like you don't know anything. But I'm just scared to shit. I hope I'm not a good liar.
Better not ask me anything.
Yeah.
I can't lie, Liza.
I can't lie. And when they get to work, the music, chick, chick, boom, boom, chick, 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 boom. Boom. And as soon as the elevator doors open, security has been like quadrupled, and they are questioning every single employee, and Richard is now
interrogating everybody.
Interrogating everybody, and they get to Eliza and Zelda, and he does the same thing where he assumes, I can't remember what, oh god. Why didn't I write down the word? Oh my god, it was at the tip of my fucking... Trivial. And he's like, trivial means, it's, not that big of a deal. And every time he would ask a question, both Eliza and Zelda are like, oh, you mean something trivial?
Yeah.
Like that word you assume that we don't know? And Eliza, and he's like really trying hard, but then he's like, what am I doing interviewing the fucking help?
Yeah.
The toilet washers, the piss scrubbers, or whatever. Yeah. And Eliza has that she gives zero fucks about what she did. Right. She is so, like, confident that she signs F you to him. And she's like, what the fuck? What did she say to me? Zelda, she said thank you.
Thank you. Fuck you.
And Eliza, she's still giving him that death stare.
Yeah,
it's like, I got you.
I hate you, bitch.
Try to fucking touch my neck now.
Yeah.
The creature goes exploring in the apartment because Giles, he falls asleep, and he's
a cat mom.
He's a cat dad. Mm-hmm. He's got plenty of cats. Giles, he's been, like, sketching the creature like a motherfucker. He is just, like, page after page of he's so fascinated with how he looks, and he even Giles has this moment. He looks at the creature, and he's like, are you really, like, do you ever get lonely? Like, are you really the only of your kind? Like, because he's pretty much saying, like, I'm fucking lonely. I don't know what the fuck ever happened, in my life. I was born too soon or too late.
I fucking love that. I love that so much.
That moment, it's very...
Sometimes I can't tell if I was born too soon or born too late. And then I look into the mirror, and all I see is...
I recognize
myself as a young man, and then I look in the mirror and I see this person with these young eyes and this old face or something.
He remembers his eyes, but he can't recognize the rest. It's just the face of, someone that had dreams and inspired to have a wonderful life, but it just didn't pan out. And so he can relate to the creature being all alone, but he falls asleep, and the creature, he sees the cats, and the cat just goes...
Yeah, freaks out.
And then the creature goes... He, goes right back at him.
Yeah.
And he eats the cat.
He eats the head.
He eats the head of the cat. And Giles, he's just like, oh, no.
Don't do that.
Yeah, no, don't do that. And I guess it just freaks...
It's instincts.
Yeah, it freaks out the creature, and the creature runs and accidentally scratches Giles on the arm. But I love that, like, he's not even mad.
Yeah.
At what happened. He's just like, when...
He's a wild creature.
Yeah.
We can't ask any more of him.
Yeah, because he calls Eliza, and she finds him, and he's like, he ate Pandora. I'm sorry, were you trying to swallow? It's like, oh no, it's okay. It's not...
He ate Pandora.
Yeah.
He's a wild creature. We can't ask any more of him.
Yeah.
He goes down to the movie theater.
Yeah, he's watching a movie. He's just standing there.
I
And
don't know if he was watching Cleopatra or who the fuck.
I think it was called the biblical something or something the Bible. It was something biblical.
Yeah.
But Eliza finds him and it's almost like the creature like learned because now he's back at the apartment playing with the cats.
Yeah, he's playing with the kids.
Yeah, and Giles, he's still kind of worried because Eliza's like putting ointment on his arm. He's like, well, I'm not mad anymore. I'm really not. But is he okay? Is he okay over there?
Fine? Yeah.
Yeah, is he okay? Like, no, don't play with the kitties. Eliza, where are you going?
I said, where are you going?
Yeah, don't. The creature walks. What does he do? Like he's.
Oh, dude, he's like doing
He's on his like feet and hands.
Yeah, it's like that monkey.
Yeah, kind of like a monkey.
Like how a chimp would run.
Yeah, that's it. And he goes up to Giles and he's like, no, don't worry. I'm not even mad anymore. I'm not mad. And the creature takes Giles' hand, puts it on his head, and then puts
his hand on his head
on Giles, and
he starts glowing.
He starts glowing. We do see it a couple times, but yeah, he has this like glowing effect, and then he puts his palm on Giles' forearm, and he's just like, oh, okay, it's okay, okay, I don't know if he felt anything. He kind of gave a reaction like, oh, okay. Oh.
Just because he thought it was weird.
Yeah, I just started, or maybe he probably thought because he puts Giles puts his hand on the creature's head again, like thank you, like this is their that was their like handshake kind of thing, like okay, that's how you guys communicate,
right?
The creature goes back into the tub and with Eliza, and he kind of he puts the moves on her. He touches her like
he tries to open her up.
Yeah, the collar of her shirt, and she just she backs away and she like leaves the room, and she's like, oh my god, could it be that this could be?
Is it she? Yes, was making the moves.
Yeah, she was like timid, and I don't. Her reaction is puzzling because I think because she feels puzzled. She doesn't know, like, is this something that could actually happen? Because they are different, totally different species. Mm-hmm. But then, right before she goes into bed, she's just like,
why the fuck not?
Let's see where this goes. Like her animal instinct starts to boil a little bit, and then they make sexy time.
Yeah, apparently they fuck.
Yeah, and also I want to point out, and I didn't notice it until after this scene, Eliza throughout the film, especially after she met the creature and started developing feelings, she started wearing more red as the film progressed and as their relationship progresses, because when she's back to work, the first shot, Eliza's wearing those red pumps that they were pumps, but they were like these high heels that she was admiring, because she would wear black the whole time, and she was wearing those red shoes, and she was wearing a red headband. So wearing more
red, the color of passion.
Yeah, passion, desire, sex. It's someone that, that's it.
Yeah.
And Zelda's like, why are you smiling?
Yeah.
What is it? And Eliza just kind of signs, and she's like, no. How? Yeah. And Eliza demonstrates with her hand. She like cups her hands and like it opens and then points her finger out. Like, his dick has like a little compartment, like a caboodle or something. And then Zelda tries to she mimics it, like, huh.
Girl.
You can't trust a man.
Even if he looks flat down
there.
I do wonder what foreplay would be like with the two.
I don't know. It's probably the same.
With them talons that he's fucking got, them fucking claws.
Oh, well, probably none of that.
I'm sure he can't go down on her.
Well, we don't know what kind of tongue he has. Maybe it's a talented tongue.
Never trust a man.
Never trust a man. Yeah, does he have a thingy?
Does he got the thing? Yeah.
But the doctor lied to his comrades pretty much that the asset is dead.
Yeah, he said that it was dead. Well, yeah, they went to his house. I actually really like this.
Yeah, this was a good scene.
This gives us some
it's a lot of tension.
Intimidating. Yeah, like he's ironing his pants. He's in his boxer shorts. Yeah. And then they just show up to his apartment willy-nilly and then walk in, and he's all like, he knows he's not fucking stupid, which I really admire about him.
Yeah, he offers them butter cake. And of course the big dude's like, oh yes, me. Do you have any milk?
Who's eating these?
He asked for fucking milk.
That would have been me.
Yeah, and then the doctor, he slices the bun cake and he wipes the knife, but he
puts it in his sleeve.
Yeah, he
puts
tucks
it up the
it
sleeve
in.
of his.
But they don't do anything.
They don't do anything, but I love that because then he puts the knife behind his back and it's just showing us like this just anticipation of what the fuck's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like, are they gonna make a move? And it just shows you how nervous he is. Like, what are they doing there for real? You know?
Yeah.
And then they leave.
Yeah, it is weird. Like, that's why I get confused. I'm just like, I'm not even gonna try to fully understand what's happening. But maybe that's what we're supposed to feel. I don't know.
Well, because he knows they're gonna, but at the same time,
that's why I'm wondering. Did they end up shooting him? How did they find out that he lied?
I think they already fucking knew. I think he just, at that fucking point, I think he figured if they were gonna kill him, they would have just done it then. So maybe that's what it was, because he probably was like, well, if they were gonna do it, they were just gonna do it. That's why. You know, but then...
They were just saying, wait for a phone call.
And
see what we'll do with you next.
Yeah, and we'll let you know when your extraction's done. We'll get you back to Russia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And throughout this, Richard, he's been taking these pain pills, and ever since the creature was taken... He's been taking more and more of these fucking pills.
Yeah.
And also, his 2 fingers are turning more and more black. They start to have this horrible smell.
Yeah, pus is coming.
Oh, God, I can't look at that part. I have to, like, put my hand up.
I always thought, well, not all of it, but, like, every time I look at it, I'm like, I wonder if that's the mustard that's, like, squeezing out of the fucking...
Yeah, but it's like, wouldn't the doctors cleaned it out?
Unless it, like, went into the fucking finger. I mean, I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it's just pus.
It's just...
But I like to think, for myself, that it's the mustard.
Do you think it's the mustard's fault that the surgery didn't take?
Probably.
Because he was like... There was mustard on him. I don't know if it's gonna take, but because there was mustard on it.
Yeah, like the mustard probably. Well, it probably fucked with like the. I don't know.
Yeah, who knows?
But at the same time, it's like fuckers. They probably didn't even put it. They probably didn't even put it on ice. They probably left it in the fucking bag.
Yeah, they didn't even know what to do with it.
Yeah, they were just like, oh, give me the phalanges, please.
Yes, I love I call it the bathtub fun time.
Ooh.
With Eliza and the creature. She closes the bathroom door and she puts towels under the door. She's turned on the water on the tub and the sink, and they always like kind of sign to each other, me and you together, and they start like the bathroom starts to fill.
We should try that.
With water. Oh, God, no.
Let's try that.
We
I want
don't
to swim with you in our fucking tiny ass bathroom.
Yeah, we wouldn't even be able to like get a stroke, like a swim move.
We'd be pushing each other away. Get out!
Yeah.
Java de
and they start to like swim together, and they have a cute little embrace.
Yeah.
But it starts to make the theater leak. It's like, I had 3 customers in there. What is going on?
They all pay. I have to refund 4 people.
Yeah, and Giles, he wakes up and he notices he's got some new hair.
Yeah.
He like looks behind him. His toupee is on the thing, and he looks at his
wound is gone.
His wound is totally gone. And he goes to get Eliza out of the bathroom, and that cool moment when like the water all spills out and the creature and Eliza are embracing, and he's all glowing up, and she's like, she sees Giles and looks at him. Like, she looks so happy.
Yeah. She
looks so happy. And Giles, he's happy. He's just like, I am drying my own hair.
Yeah.
I mean, and look at my arm. It's amazing. I mean, you said it yourself that he was seemed as some sort of god. Maybe we should keep him around for a little longer.
Just a little while.
Yeah, just a little while.
Just a little while. Let's keep him around.
And now the creature, he's starting to get sick. Like his skin is starting to peel every time Eliza like touches him. Like more of his skin starts to come off, and she's worried. And there is an interesting scene where like pretty much Richard gets his ass handed to him from the general, because he's like, the general's like, why haven't you gotten this? And Richard's like, I'm trying to stay in a good mind here, but the general's like not having it. And Richard even asks like, what? I don't remember it verbatim, but it's like, what does it take to be a really good man? Like, is he still a good man if he isn't perfect, pretty much. Like, he has this, like, he has this desire to be a good man, but his definition of a good man is just doing his job.
Yeah.
And delivering it no matter what. And who knows, maybe the general was his mentor or something like that, because he is just as evil. He's like, you know what, if you don't deliver this, he pretty much makes this kind of like small monologue of, this will now, if this goes to shit, then pretty much you're done. There will be just a blip in the universe. You will cease to exist. You will be forgotten.
Yeah.
You will be dust. Like, you were going to be like just vanished of all existence. Unfuck this mess.
Unfuck this mess, son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we do have to talk about the cute musical number.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
That's cute.
The creature and Eliza are at the table eating their eggs and whatnot. And Eliza's like, she's so sad. Like, she finally found something or someone to like that loves her, but she can't keep him. So she has her own. We have like a little musical number. Yeah. Where she starts to sign, but then her voice starts to come up, and she sings that song "You'll Never Know," and it's all in black and white. And people have talked so much shit about this scene that didn't like the film. Like, this was not.
Please tell me.
No, they were like, what? This doesn't make any sense. Did they think that because La La Land did so good that they have to have a musical number? It would make more sense if it was in her dreams. It was in her...
It was a daydream.
It was in her imagination.
God, I hate fucking people.
I know.
It's like, I get it. Sometimes I will think about films and I overthink things and shit like that. But you know what? It's like, this moment was a daydream.
Yeah.
It was her inner fucking thoughts. And they display that as fucking spoon-fed as you can. They're both at the table, and then as soon as the fucking dream ends, they're both in the exact same position as it fucking begins. So it's like, what the fuck, people?
Yeah. Like, I over-question things sometimes, too, but, like, I already knew going into this film, like, they didn't give us any false pretense of what this film was. Like, I knew this is something that is an entirely different world, and I was on board immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that when we watched it with my dad, I like that my dad liked it.
Your dad did like it.
He loved it.
Yeah.
I don't...
I enjoyed watching that with your dad.
He was all about it. He was like, oh my God, I still want to get my mom to watch it. Fuck, if she liked Underworld, she has to like this shit.
Your mom's taste in films are questionable sometimes.
It's so fucking funny.
It's random.
It is. I love it. That's why I'm like, I love that I got her. I didn't even get it. I was just watching it one day. Underworld, fucking Kate Beckinsale. Yeah. I was watching Underworld, Kate Beckinsale one day, and she just is watching it, and she's watching the whole fucking thing, and then when the movie was over, she just goes, that wasn't bad. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? But she's funny. But yeah, my dad loved it. And it was like, oh.
So Richard, he's been following the doctor, and the doctor, he's getting ready to leave, and Richard follows him because the doctor's getting picked up. He got the call, and he meets his comrades. His comrades he's like, he tries to do the code word or whatever. He's like, oh, are we not speaking in code anymore?
Yeah.
Guy just fucking shoots him, and then someone shoots the fucking guy.
And then the driver turns around, tries to pull his sidearm, and then Richard fucking pops his ass.
Yeah, he got the big dude like directly in the head.
Yeah.
That was a clear headshot. And the doctor, he got like shot in the mouth. And this is where Del Toro, the way he does bullet wounds and shit is just, it's great, but it just goes, it's so real. He has this hole in his cheek, and Richard's like going at him like, hi, Dr. Bob, you were speaking Russian.
Fish hooks
him.
Yeah.
Which normally I would think it would make more of a hole, but I'm not a doctor. But he's like dragging him. He's like, who do you work with? Where's the asset? Names and ranks. You're gonna die anyway. And the doctor just goes, no names, no ranks. They just clean.
Yeah. But I love Richard when he talks about the candy.
Oh, the candy.
I love this because he is just like, Bob, something as simple as this little thing. It's not the best, candy in the world, but it's something about it. I love it. He goes, I'll put it in my mouth. Sometimes I like to, take my time. He was like, sometimes when I'm really anxious, I bite into it. But other than that, I take my time. savor it. And he's saying that because that's what he's going to fucking do to Bob.
Yeah.
He's going to torture the shit out of Bob
Yeah.
unless he gets what he wants. And then when Bob says they just clean, that's when he crunches that fucking shit.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh my god, I love that.
Yeah, and then Richard goes to Zelda's house, and like Zelda, like her husband's a piece of shit too. He just sits on the couch. He doesn't do anything. She fucking does
she
everything.
mention that he like beats her and shit sometimes? Or
I
is
don't-
he just like a lazy piece
He's
of
just
shit?
he's just lazy, and he'll like complain and yell about shit.
Yeah.
He
Zelda the dope.
he never says thank you
Yeah.
to her, and she does mention all the time, like, I butter his toast on both sides. Never don't get a word of gratitude. I don't get anything.
I butter a man's toast, Liza.
Yeah. But Richard he just pretty much bolts into the house, and the husband, he's like, Zelda, who the fuck is this?
Yes.
Yeah, he just yells at and that's it. The fucking
That's all it
husband.
takes, yeah.
And he's a beta cuck. He's fucking Robert Strickland. He is like the epitome of alpha, I guess.
Yeah.
And he just
Does that monologue of Samson in the columns.
Yeah, the Samson. I didn't finish the story, but he prayed God to spare him, and God gave him his strength one more time, and he gets up, and while he's doing this, he's pulling apart his fucking fingers, and he takes the columns and he breaks them one by one, killing
Bringing him down.
Yeah,
on the
bringing him down.
Philistines.
And the husband spills the beans.
Yeah.
Yeah, little bitch.
Well, why the fuck Zelda told him? I don't know.
No, he overheard
That's
Zelda
right,
on the phone.
That's
Yeah.
right. Oh shit.
Yeah, it's that deaf he
deaf
probably
girl.
thinks that she's
Yeah.
deaf too. Yeah.
Well, excuse me.
What? Oh, because
I called her
you
deaf.
kept saying deaf.
I am not. Oh, now the air fucking kicks on.
Oh, I
Jesus
know. It's been
fucking
hot in here.
Christ.
So Zelda calls Eliza saying, you gotta take him now. They get him to the canal. The creature didn't want to leave them.
No, yeah.
And they were just like,
Gotta go.
yeah, you can't stay here. They're gonna kill you. And Richard like shows up and he like knocks out Giles and shoots the creature, and he fucking shoots Eliza.
No.
And they both fall to the floor, and their hands, her hand's on top of his, and this part is so fucking sad, and it's also like confusing, and that but not confusing in a bad way. It's like how it ends. I feel like it's open to your own interpretation of did they live happily ever or not? Because we find out Giles gets up and he like. Yeah, that was you. I wonder if that fart got picked up. I picked up.
That was Opie, not me.
That was a very delicate fart, so it was definitely Opie.
And I love that he looked at it like, what the fuck was that?
Every time you fart, every time he passes gas, he's like, "What the fuck was that?"
What the fuck was that?
Yeah. Giles bashes fucking Richard in the face with some type of like
2x4.
2x4. We find out, and the creature, he's pretty much fucking Wolverine.
Yeah.
He can heal himself.
Mm-hmm. Got the healing.
He slowly walks up to Richard, and Richard finally he looks at him and he's like, "My God, you are a god." Yeah, fucking creature like throat slashes him.
Yeah, cuts his fucking jugular.
Oh yeah. Zelda comes with the cops, and the creature like he takes Eliza. He's picking her up, and he goes down in the water.
Yeah.
Water with her, and she's just floating because it's very obvious that she's dead. And he's like swimming around her, and he's just like, oh, what do I like? He doesn't know what to do.
Yeah.
But he like, ugh, I always cry at this end too.
Moment.
He like takes her, he like her face, or like kind of like her between her face and her neck, and he like kisses her, and all of a sudden her scars start to glow and they open up.
Mm-hmm.
And then Eliza starts to breathe, and and Giles, he was like the narrator at the beginning and also at the end, and he says like, did they live happily ever after? I'd like to think that they did.
Yeah.
But we never know. And he quotes a poem, and I think it does have like the shape of you or something in it. And it just ends with them in the water together, just kind of like embracing. So it like, you gotta wonder, like, did he save her, and is she now able to breathe underwater, and did they live happily ever after? But I don't think it's real. I don't think it's real.
I like to think.
I don't know.
I like to think that
I kind of think what I got out of it was that he chose her as a baby and did that to her. And then left because she was found in a river.
Yeah.
And he lived in a fucking river. Now, mind you, was she found in the fucking Amazon? I don't fucking know. But, that just makes me think, like, this was meant to be. This was the prophecy, as it were. He was grooming her for command. Like, he fucking gave her those scars, and then... and finally, at the time was right. He is going to be with her, and yeah, I think that they do. They live happily ever after in the water.
Yeah, or like that, or maybe she did have gills before, but then she lost them.
They got locked up.
They got locked up from being in the water too much, but she's also human, so there's just so many questions and I enjoy that. I don't feel like we were left with like blue balls or anything about like how it ends, but yeah, that's The Shape of Water, and yes. I'm glad that there are a lot of people that like it, and just like any film, there are people that are gonna fucking hate it, and it was just amazing to me the people like that, their comments on IMDb and giving it a 1, so many 1s.
Jesus,
they absolutely hated it. Worst film. Don't waste your money. Like, this is, but it's, all right, hey, to each his own. Everyone's, different strokes for different folks.
Right.
But give me that book over there, sir.
Oh, yes. The handy-dandy Shakespearean notebook.
Who was the overgorged, pale-hearted Rimpalian?
It's fucking Richard.
Fucking Richard.
Yeah, and that's good on you, Michael Shannon, because you're a good fucking asshole, man.
Yeah, he was definitely gluttonously stuffed.
Still love the way he says cunt punt.
He was cowardly in a way, you think?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, he was he was definitely cowardly at the end.
Yeah.
He was scared to death of the creature. And
he was scared of the general the entire time, too.
And he definitely turned beta as soon as he was in the presence of that general. But would you watch this film without me?
You know what? Yes, I absolutely would. Like my father, I enjoyed this film a lot. I think this film is fucking visually just beautiful. I love the soundtrack to it. It's gorgeous. And I love the story. Mm-hmm. I love that Beauty and the Beast take on it. And, I don't think it's necessarily a copy of Beauty and the Beast.
No.
Because how many times do we not necessarily steal from other work like that? But it's like... make it your own.
Yeah, and it's also another story of who is the monster and who is the man.
Exactly. Ooh, exactly.
We do like that storyline.
We do love that. So yeah, I would watch this without you, and I have watched this without you, and yeah.
Oh, you have you?
Maybe not, but I will. I will in the future.
Like, how dare you watch this film without me?
But I will in the future.
So what's going to be your pick?
Okay, so I've thought long and fucking hard of what I wanted to do, and we have... Number one, been doing a lot of films that both of us tend to really like lately. And I can't remember for this particular film if you've seen it or not or whatever. But I have been on this fucking World War II kick. And stop rolling your fucking eyes. I guess I'm glad we're doing it then, because it's time to have a good Cali fucking Jarokk debate.
We're back to our original.
Yeah, it's time to go back to the beginning. We are gonna do one of my favorite fucking war films of all time. It should be everybody's. Go ahead.
Pearl Harbor?
Fuck you. Fuck you. Well, compared to some of the shit that's coming out nowadays, I do actually like Pearl Harbor. I gotta fast forward the first fucking hour and a half, but yeah, I do actually.
All right,
I don't mind.
What is it?
It's fucking Saving Private Ryan.
I knew it.
I bet you fucking did. But
well,
no,
I
do.
World War II.
I do love this film. I think this film is one of the best fucking World War. I think it's one of the best war fucking films of all fucking time, and probably will be.
Yeah, I remember watching it in school.
Well, I can't wait to talk about it with you then, and watch it with you.
Cool.
So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this was The Shape of Water. Mm-hmm. Please like, subscribe. You can find us on all podcasting platforms. Please leave us a review on Apple Podcasts if you do not mind.
Okay. We are all over the World Wide Web. On Twitter, we are movies_pod.
Yes.
On Instagram, we are movies.contemplation_pod. We have an email, movies.contemplation@gmail.com. And we are also on Facebook, Movies and Contemplation Podcast.
Yes, thank you once again, contemplators, and we will see you next week with Saving Private Ryan.
Let the bloodbath begin.
Yeah, dude.
Blech.